G'day everyone and welcome back to the fish room. Well, today's video was a bit of a hodgepodge. I think it's going to be about all the stuff that I've just got to do and had to do during the week in the fish room. I've got a ton of jobs and I think I'm just going to take you along with me, and yeah, I've got a new camera. I'm going to talk to you about that as well. I've got some stuff on the birds, both the ones in the aviary and also the ones outside, which are obviously all of my wild friends. So let's go and get into it. Go and get comfy because I'm going to talk about fish and birds and everything else. Okay, so I'm testing the new camera out, which is the DJI Pocket 2, and yeah, it looks alright. It is pouring with rain, has been for a couple of days now, as in fact you'd say this is quite light compared to what it has been. But we've had a lot of water over the last couple of days, which has sort of slowed things down with what I wanted to film outside. But yeah, I think I'll slow that zoom down. But this is the first time we've actually, I've uploaded footage from this camera into one of my videos. So let me know how it looks and what you think, how the sound is. I'm not using the microphone with it at the moment, so I'm just learning as I go. I won't bore you with too much of that, but I thought it would be something that a lot of people would be happy with, that I've upgraded the camera. Okay, so sort of stopped raining a little bit. Just seeing how this works with the dogs. What do you reckon, Zig? You've been helping me here this morning, obviously. Yeah, no, I know you like the DJI. And Brutus, well, he's doing his usual Brutus thing. Zig, you just want to get on camera. Okay, so I'm going to give you a bit of a tour around, even though it's wet. One of the good things I can do with this camera, once I learn how to use it properly, is turn it around, I think, like that. Yeah, and it does sort of more of a walk and talk as well, I guess. So, not that you need to see my face, but just something that the camera does. So anyway, what's happened this week is I've had to actually take out one of these tubs over here. And the reason is the guy that gave me the tubs wanted them back. He gave me 3, so I've removed all of these ones. If I can just see on the screen. Yeah, you can probably see down there that they're all gone. And Zig, yeah, okay, so I'm used to making lemonade out of lemons. So what I am going to do is I've just decided to, sorry, I need to turn slowly, don't I? So what I have decided to do is put the round tub that's down the back over there, and I will most likely put another green round tub beside it, and at least get the fish that I want outside, which are down here. Just getting used to the settings on this camera. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is put these Medaka rice fish and also the golden white clouds that I've got in here. They're going to go into the 2 outside tubs for the rest of the year. Kind of thrown a spanner in the works as far as breeding the paradise fish out here, but that's okay. I've got a spot that I'm going to clean up inside for them as well. So the tubs are ready for collection down here. Zig, come on, you're not going anywhere. He's actually got a sore foot, so I don't really want him out and about. He's certainly not chasing the ball at the moment, but he's taking the opportunity to get out and obviously do what dogs do. So yeah, that's where they are, and they'll be going during the week. And I've got one other thing that I've got to give back, which is in the fish room, and again, it's a bit painful, but I'll get it done anyways. All of these rocks, that's a terrible glare, I reckon, from there. Okay, so I have just shut the door, and I thought I'd get some close-ups of it, given it's going, and it won't be around for much longer in this particular design, and just see how it all comes together, really. I think the rocks that I've got are more natural for sure, because I've done a little bit of research on their local, I guess their habitat in Lake Malawi. But I also want to take the opportunity to get some more hiding spaces. In here Whilst it seems okay, all the big fish can actually get in there, and that's not conducive to spawning. And what I've got from this side is, I think, a reasonable selection of hiding spots for them, but the reality is I've got lots of predators in there with the catfish, and also possibly the plecos, although they're not really going to hurt the babies unless they're getting bashed around. But every other one of these fish will actually eat their babies, which is painful. But anyway, that is fish keeping. So one of the things that I did want to show you is when I took all those things out of the pond, there was lots of plants, of course, and cane toads, but I've actually got Zig. Mate, please, you're going to scare them. I've got 4 frogs in here. So Zig, 2 of them are striped marsh frogs. There goes one there now. Zig, leave him alone. Okay, so I've got him back. And what I wanted to show you with these guys, so he's a striped marsh frog. He's quite beautiful. And he makes a beautiful sound of a night time as well. But he's actually... underneath you'll see he's white. Now Zig, you scared them last time. Please don't do it this time. So I'm going to pop him back in, but I want to show you this other frog in here. There's 2 striped marsh frogs and then 2 of these other sort in here. That's one of them there. And this is this other little guy here. If he doesn't jump, hopefully that'll focus on there. But I want to show you underneath. The colours underneath are quite spectacular. Yeah, you've seen underneath. See, come on, turn over, little fella. See, he's got the patterns and the red on him there, and I think the other one's got more red. So these guys, what I'm going to do with them is just take them out the back, because I do have a tub out here for them. Now that's where I got some more out of. These are the 2 originals, and I had 3 others out the back there. If you've watched any of my videos before, they were over there. There's actually the green tub down there, but this frog bit full bathtub is set up basically just for the frogs and anything else that that's more native that I want to keep. So they will get out of there in no time. They won't be a release shot. Oh, there's one there, maybe on top of he's pretty cool. That's one of the red-bellied ones of some sort. The other one's in here still, by the looks of that. So I'll just let him out. Out you go, my friend. And that's one task done, saving the frogs, giving them a new home. What do you reckon, Zig? You shouldn't be out here with your sore foot. Anyway, let's get back in the fish room. Brutus is munching on some lemongrass, as he does. Come on, mate, it's raining. Let's go. Come on. Just before I get back in the fish room, this is the other task that has to be done maybe today or tomorrow, which is to bring that back inside. It's not really too cold for it yet, but I want to use this stand, which is quite a good stand, so I need to let it dry out. It's been pouring with rain. It's just going to rot if I leave it outside. If it was metallic, I would probably keep it and put something else in it, but that one there is going to go inside, and I'll dry it out and paint it, and the tank itself is going to go here, which is where it was originally, and it will pretty much just sit back in there. Same fish will stay in that one, because I need to hold the stir-bys for at least another couple of weeks before I can take them up to Nick once the baby acaras are done. So anyway, that's where it's going to go, and I'll probably get stuck into that hopefully today, as I say, if not tomorrow, and I want to get it done before the end of this video, that's for sure. Now I've decided to do the outside tank first, and what I'm hoping is
a few moments later
that this camera, particularly now it's got I think a clearer picture, that Coopers might actually sponsor me, yeah, my main concern is I guess the calibration of the beer counter. So Zig and I are going to test that out today, and hopefully the new software will be able to be as accurate as the last one that I did. So this is where we're going to go on an attack right now. So I think I'm going to set up a time lapse just while I drain that out. I'll leave the fish in there, take out as much of the hardscape as I can, and then yeah, it's raining again now. So I want to get into that and get it inside today. Okay, so this is how it's ended up. A bit dirty at the moment, as you can see, but that will definitely clear up. I've got one of the mega sponge filters in there at the moment, and some lights on top, and I've just basically left it as it was, but without putting the rocks and the timber back in. I pushed the tang to the back, and yeah, I put some bulbitis there. And if you remember, let's see if I can do this with one hand, a few, let's say months ago, I showed in one of my videos how I was putting the this thin leaf epiphyte Java fern into one of these containers, just a standard plant container, and you can see how it's actually sort of formed now into pretty much a good little brush type shape, and just pushing it back into the ground like so. Putting some rocks over it will give that pretty much instant effect, if you ask me. And this one here, the bulbitis, I might just move it over a little bit like so. And I think what I'll do is let that clear up now, and yeah, I think that's probably it for this afternoon or this evening, although I do want to go for a walk outside. I've got to feed the room as well, but I just want to check around the back. And the other thing I've got to check is I obviously need to check in the calibration of the beer counter.
A few moments later.
And that will, yeah, pretty much see me ready to feed the fish room. What I will do is just take a quick wander outside though, so you'll see that I've got that out of there. I've still got to clean up, obviously. My dad wouldn't be happy if I left that mess there. That spare tank I will take somewhere else, put it down the back, and that frog bit I will most likely be taking up to Nick up in his store. And tomorrow I'm going to show you in the aviary, so if you're hanging around this video waiting to see the birds, well, that will be tomorrow, very quickly for you guys. The kookaburras have decided to go off. Can't see them up there yet. What I was going to show you was, yeah, the chickens are pretty unhappy with the rain at the moment, but I've got to put them away, and in fact I'll probably throw them some food now. So you can see we've got a couple of watermelons coming on nicely. Chickens. Oh, there's the cookers up the top. I don't know if you can see them up there, just flying in. They'll probably go off again before the end of the video. And yeah, the hives are doing well at the moment, so I'm going to do another video on the honey hives. But what I will be doing now is feeding these guys. So I've got to watch out for Cluck Norris. But everyone else is happy to see me, aren't we, girls? We all happy? Happy chickens? Besides being wet. Alright, let's go into the hen house and get you guys some food. Yes, everyone knows it's food time. And check out how well the camera works in the low light. Over there, girls. I'm going to watch Clock as he comes in, make sure he's not going to have a go at me. No, he's not tonight. Get enough feed out for him to have something to eat before they go to bed. Some of them are still a bit wary coming out. Some of the girls are in the boxes. We'll see how this comes out in the low light. I've heard it's not so good. But anyway, that's what testing's all about. So, one or two more handfuls. Make sure I put the lid back on tightly. Alright, girls. Clock. I will come back and shut that door tonight, so there's always some stragglers coming in, and I will go and shut that door tonight just to make sure no predators actually get inside. And we have foxes here and cats and so forth, so that's the chickens done, just about. But I might just take a close-up of the bees and just see how it comes out with this camera, and maybe even ask you guys if you want to see more about the bees and what I do with them. And this is a flow hive, so I've got the ability to look inside, and I've got to do harvesting most likely this coming week. They're just about capped off all of those cells there. Hopefully that's focusing in. Doesn't look like it is. See if I can do it now. So I don't know if that worked or not. I won't know till editing. So that's in there, and yeah, I can come back and do something more detailed on the bees if that's something that everyone wants to perhaps see. I love them, obviously, bees, and yeah, I'm always happy to do stuff on them. Okay, well, I'm going to head back down into the fish room and finish up for this evening, and then just really get ready for tomorrow. Yes, everyone's still out and about. They'll stay out till dark if I let them, so which I do, and then it's going much easier to put them away just by shutting the door. Alright, back to the fish room. Okay, so it's nearly 6 o'clock and I have fed the room, which is pretty good for this time of night, and accordingly I have actually opened up my first beer. I don't know if that's blurry or not, if that's just my eyes, but anyway.
A few moments later.
And I did so in the name of science, I guess, making sure that counter's working correctly. I think I'm yet to work out exactly the best angles for this camera, but I'm getting there, and I think most of the shots hopefully will be okay, and give me a break for this first video, because it is really hard for me. I'm learning this whole new skill again. So anyway, everyone's been fed. I have started to collect some rocks for tomorrow. Most likely I will get this done within that time frame. This is cleaning up pretty well, I think. It'll look way better in the morning, but I've also just fed there. And I didn't feed these tanks down here yet, because I wanted to see just how the footage would look. I probably need to turn those lights off. So what I might do is do that. Before I do, I'll just check it with the glare. You won't see my hands holding the phone anymore, hopefully, which is good. So, all right, well, I've got to feed these guys. Actually, let me just make sure. Yep, that's out. So I'm going to feed these guys now, and then I might take some footage of that with the other lights off. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle some in here. The barbs do love it, that's for sure. They dart in and out of the cluster of food, which is very cool. It's a bit close for me to be able to see how clear that is, but I think it should be coming up okay. Yeah, one of my favourite things to do is to feed this tank. No doubt about it. Always entertaining. And that rainbow, she's always at the front of the camera. She definitely knows when I'm filming and I'm paying attention. I think she's would love to have a mate, I'm sure. So, all right, well, that's how that looks there at the minute. Now, the other thing that I did want to just show you is that in the outside tank, I forgot I had this bit of timber. Now it's probably not great to see in the light here, but anyway, you can see it's a substantial bit of timber. It's actually going to make a really good addition to the natural scape in here, and I'm still going to use the log that's in there, but yeah, I'm going to work out a way to do it and incorporate that other bit of timber, because particularly it's got this hollow section. If I can turn it over there, you might be able to see in there. In fact, if I grab a torch, you will. So I think this will be really good for the fry to be able to get away from the parents and anything else that is chasing him in there. Got some hollows. I'll be able to. Sorry, I've got to learn the camera's actually got to face further down. So it's got some hollows and some spikes and stuff. I'll be able to build the scape around. So at the moment, that will be tomorrow, and that's really me done for today or for tonight. I am going to head upstairs, have some dinner. I'll finish my first beer and I will see you guys in the morning. I wasn't planning on doing a video out here at the moment, but there's like a cacophony of birds going on, and my little mate over here is a butcher bird, but he keeps on jumping from one side to the other, and I sing to him, as in bird singing. I wish I could get a shot of him doing it, but there's galahs, cockatoos, obviously that little guy. I've got magpies going off. It's yeah, it's a beautiful day to have the birds singing, really. So I'm just out here about to have some lunch, and I thought I should try to capture just what the noise is like here. Come over here, little bugger, so I can see ya. I don't sing anywhere near as good as him. You can see him down there. He keeps on hiding behind there. I can't even see him on the camera. He's in the pawpaw tree. But everything's going off today. Some galahs. I know they're actually rainbow lorikeets flying over. Went outside working on the up in the orchard today. I might even show you some of that up there, given I've got this bit of footage done. I'm also moving this outdoor tank, and hopefully this afternoon if I get a chance. It's just truly beautiful though to sit here and listen to these guys have a cuppa. Even if you can't see him. I'm sure I put something on the screen to show you what they look like. He's just the butcher bird that I normally feed with chicken, but that's the baby that they've had this season. Okay. I want to go and listen to this for a bit longer. So I was just sitting down to finish my cuppa, and my friend turned up. So hello, my mate. Here you go. Yeah, you're okay. We're good friends now, aren't we, you and me? So this is a king parrot, an Aussie king parrot. I don't know if you can still hear the birds going off in the background. I've got bellbirds going now. I've had galahs and kookaburras and magpies. Sorry, I was talking about you, wasn't I? So this is a king parrot, and he's a boy, and you can tell because of his dark red front that he's got on, like his overalls, and he's blue on his wings as well. Maybe you'll let me have a look at his wings over here. You can see how blue he is. He's also got that mark on top, and his head, he's losing his fur at the moment. Someone doing a burnout. So yeah, someone just did a burnout there. We never get cars off the street, but anyway, scared him off and he came back. Do you want me to get you some more? Yeah. He's just taken off over there. If I get some more, he'll come back. So yeah, he will basically get his full plumage in the next 6 months. So the week of wildlife continues. Zig has been watching my little kangaroo friend down there, and the birds are going nuts. I don't know if you can see this tree down here is flowering. So that's one of the reasons that I suspect we've got so many rainbow lorikeets at the moment. I just saw a flock of a couple of hundred just fly around and do a big loop. Unfortunately, I didn't have my camera out, but they're still going off. And at the moment, I'm draining these tubs over here to give them back to the guy that wants them, and this other one over here will go as well. So there's 3 to go back, and I will have them all sorted today. And you can hear, hopefully see, some of these rainbows in here. So, oh, there, I've got a tree out there. I'll see if there's actually. So that's the tree that's flowering. They all flew off as I came over. You see them flying around over that one up there. And they're ripping around. Another one over here. And here we go. We got one out. So these guys are honey eaters. There you go. See them all go down there then. There's just one group of them. There's another one over there that'll come across now. And yeah, they don't like to be filmed. Anyway, I think I got a good shot of them at least for you. Just gone upstairs for a glass of water because it's raining, and looks like the, the king parrots have done the same thing. My little mate here, he's the one that wants some. And the other guys are just hanging around. Let me get some seed for you, my boy. Okay, so they're all being a bit frisky flying around, but this little dude, as you know, he's just going to take the seed off me anytime. And the other guys, I'm trying to get them to do the same thing. What do you reckon? You think your friend should learn? I know the answer's no. You know I'm not going to hurt you though, don't you? You know, maybe this dude. Would you like some? Come on, come and try. You can try some. Here you go. It's really good, I mean you no harm. Come on, try some. There you go. There you are. How about that? That was a quick lesson, wasn't it? Now the boy that's getting his plumage as well. So now I've got two that eat out of my hand. It's been a productive week, hasn't it? Oh, that's the mummy there. You can tell because she's all green, mostly. What a good boy you are. How brave you are. You're beautiful too. And how about my little friend? You want some there as well. I don't want to leave you out. Is that good? Okay, so I think what I'll do is put some up for the others to have some as well. Okay, so just as I did that, my mate the butcher bird turned up. And of course he doesn't eat seed, but I'll get him some chicken, most likely. Yeah, you're okay. I'm not going to hurt you guys. You're very welcome. Eat as much as you like. Well, as much as I've got, really. I'm going to go this way, sweetheart. I'm not going to bother you. Okay. Give some to this girl over here who hasn't had any yet either. It's alright, Sheriff. These guys are our friends. No. Yeah. Sweetheart. The problem with the kingies is they fight over the food and then blow it all off. Boy, enough. Okay, I'll get my drink of water and sort the sheriff out. Oh, I didn't get my little mate one more time. Here's the cockies a bit closer. They don't really like me filming them too much, but they've been attacking the passion fruits this morning, waiting for my dad to come out and feed them. But they're gorgeous birds. Hello, beautifuls. Quite big birds if you haven't seen cockatoos up close before. Hello, beautifuls. Very, very smart birds. Extremely smart. What handsome birds you are. Hey, you're very beautiful. You guys are very beautiful. Here you are. Hello, gorgeous. A little nervous because I got the camera out. They're not fans of the camera. They're smart enough to know that it could hurt them potentially. And the rainbow lorikeets are still going off, but the passion fruits are eating these guys over here. Just growing on the shed. Got heaps of them, but still. I don't really want them eating them all until I actually get to harvest some, which would be nice. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I mean, you know harm. You see the guys in the tree up there waiting. Isn't that beautiful? So beautiful. Okay. I'll leave you guys to it. Yeah? You've been nice letting me film you there. Thank you. Now, as nice as it is to have the cockies actually up here eating the passion fruits and so forth, which, you know, I can spare a few passion fruits, this is the resulting mess that I have to clean up, which I'm going to hose now, but as you can see, they're rather messy when they want to. The smell out of this rose at the moment, or this group of roses, is just amazing. It's I smelt it from down the bottom of the ramp actually, so yeah, this is wow. Wish you could smell that, but yeah, that's what the cockies do, and that's what I have to clean up. So I'm going to get into that now as well. It's yeah, just par for the course really when you've got those wild buggers coming around all the time. Anyway, it's getting close to dark, I guess, so Mrs. Fishroom won't be too far away. What do you reckon, Zig? No? We'll just keep waiting here for Mum. Yeah, I'm not game enough to hand feed this guy. He would take my finger off, I'm sure, but he will come in. I reckon have a feed while the camera's here. You're right. I mean, you know harm. Enjoy those. Yeah, you're beautiful, aren't you? You're very beautiful. There we go. Yeah, Sheriff. That's not. Okay. You're not helping. Dig. You're not helping. All right. Well, that sort of, you know, disturbed the serenity, didn't it, Zeke? What do you reckon? No, you leave him alone. Yeah. No. You're not allowed to chase him. Oh well, I'm sure you got to see a little bit of the cocky feeding there, and there's Mrs. Okay, I've got to keep going. Got stuff to do. Well, good morning, and welcome to what is, yes, another wet day. Sheriff. There's some kids playing in the street in the rain, which is fair enough. They're able to do that, just Sheriff doesn't like it. So it is pouring with rain still today. I thought it was going to be a little bit sunny, but yeah, no, didn't get there, unfortunately. So what I've done is obviously bring the dogs downstairs, and yes, Zig, I know. It's upsetting, I know, but you'll be okay. Work out what I'm going to do with this tank and just how I'm going to escape it. And I obviously have got some rocks already. I have the timber already there. And really for me, the question is I've got to get these fish up to Nick, which are the petricola catfish in there. So what I'm thinking is the old two birds with one stone type thing. This tank does need a rescape. It has my CW27s in it, and I think the tank's too small for them. They have bred for me once or twice, and I've got a few babies that have grown up in there. But I think what I'm going to do is pull this tank apart, and then I'm going to move these guys over here into the 8-footer, because I think it will certainly be, they're a large aquarium. I mean, those guys are probably going to be 2 inches long, I'm guessing, by the time I get them out. But I've got a heap of space. I've got, you know, I don't know how many. There's going to be at least 20 Adolphois in here already doing their thing. The cories will go together fine. And the only thing I'm a little concerned about, which I can't do much about, is I do have some babies. Yeah, I know, Mum. See if I can see them around here better. In here, little wrigglers. And Mum is, yeah, there's too much glare, I think, but Mum's not happy, to say the least. So that's the plan for now. I think I will, I'll get into that, because I can do that obviously inside and move them across, and then just fix that tank up so that I'm then in a position, once it does slow down a little bit as far as the rain's concerned, I will be able to get outside, and I've got a heap of rocks over here that I'll collect, and then yeah, I'll start the other ones. So hopefully you enjoyed the wild feathered friends of mine whilst I was having a sleep last night, and I am good to go on this one today. Okay, so it has stopped raining, which is good. Zig has been helping, as he does, making sure that all of the cardboard is nicely broken up before it needs to go into the recycling, and it has stopped raining for a little while. Where I'm up to at the moment is I've got some more rocks, but I've actually got 14 of these guys out, so hopefully you'll get a reasonable glimpse of them there. And I know I started with 7 because I didn't have the money for any more. So yeah, I've got 14 in there, so doubling the colony is pretty good. I've given this a couple of rinses, and I've also put some of the coral sand, I guess, in there, the harder sand. That's actually going to be on the sump. All I've got to do is turn the valve on at the back over there, and that'll be on the sump water, which is a hard water system. And I plan on putting the petricola catfish in there for the time being till I can get on to Nick. Most likely later this week. I've decided I don't know if I can store so many fish, and eventually the black ocellatus that are in these tanks here. So I'm going to combine those two groups, put them into a breeding tank in here, and I think I'm going to set this one up for a as a breeding sort of a experiment for maybe 3, 4, 5 of these guys. Now, one of the reasons, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, I'm going to try to catch these two Pseudotropheus celosa. You may see her head sticking out there. There was another one in there. 2 girls in that one. So I've got to get them out, and they've been in there for a long time. And pretty much just, I think I'll take them from the sump and put them into that other tank over there. Now, it won't surprise you that I've changed my mind. If you've watched my videos, I do that a lot. These guys, they were going to go, I thought, in the 8-footer, as I was pondering before, but the reality is if I put them in there, I'm never going to get them out unless I pull that tank down, and I don't know when I'm going to do that. And if they are breeding on their own naturally, then I sort of want to encourage that. So I thought about putting them in here, but I've got baby cories in there. You can see that little dude down there, and there's quite a few of them in there, so they've been breeding in the tank outside, which is great. But what it does, I'm going to have to disturb all of that when I take those guys up to Nick as well, and I don't really want to frighten these guys. What I was thinking would be the least scary future move for them is I will be getting these guys out of here, but I thought this is probably a perfect tank, and I've just sort of set it up now to take these guys. You can see down the, hopefully down that ceramic log there. Let me just see if I can go, there we go. Then they've actually got somewhere to get in there. It's a much larger footprint as well, which is really cool. They've got some space at the back there to get around, and they're not going to upset the acaras, that's for sure, and vice versa. And hopefully when I'm catching these guys out, because they are so friendly, I'll just be able to scoop the ones out that I need initially. And yeah, I think that's probably the best move for them at the moment. I still have that disclaimer, but I don't really have any other option for them at the minute. And yeah, this tank here, ultimately, I would like to make my L397s because it is the dirtiest tank that I've got, and it's in this system here. And when they, there's one out, which is nice, thank you. There was a little baby too. So these guys here really just foul up this tank every night when I feed them, which runs through my sump, which then goes through the 8-footer, and then I've got the added bio load from the amount of mess that they make on there. So those guys, I think, I'm definitely going to redo all 6 of these tanks, but these guys down here, I think will be great in an offline system over there. I can have heaps of detritus and leaves and timber and everything else that's in there. So that is the plan as it stands at the moment. If I do put them in there, which you will see I'm sure in just a minute, it's going to be hard to get a release shot, but I'm going to try my best. Okay, so if this works out, then I should be able to get a reasonable release shot here for you. Turn around this way. In they go, all 14, straight up. And hopefully you got to see a few of them coming out. No one stuck on the net, that's always good. No one in there, that's good. No one in there, that's good. Okay, that's that job done. Okay, so I'm expecting them to hide a bit. You can see a couple of them out there now, painting heavily, and a few more over here. See if I can sneak up on them. There we go. And yeah, I think that they'll be very happy in there. So obviously I didn't change my mind, and I think they'll there's a good chance they'll breed in there actually. So let's just see what happens there. And now I've got to get on to the main task of the day, which is to to pull this bugger down. So I think I'll time lapse a bit of that and bring you guys up to speed once I've worked out exactly how I'm going to do it. So this is how it's ended up for tonight, which I've got to say I am pretty darn happy with. The water's cleared up quite a bit. I did a decent water change with it as well, and it's definitely more naturalistic. And there's so many places for the babies to hide. I think it's definitely well suited to these guys to breed now. And I got the 2 bits of timber positioned sort of pretty much where I wanted them. I made sure that they're not touching the glass at any point. This milkiness will clear up tomorrow, I'm sure, with a sponge filter. But I put some thin leaf Java fern in here, and I know they don't eat it, which is awesome. And I really just wanted to try to fill the spaces where there's some holes, obviously, in some gaps in the timber. I got some, in fact, the Java fern, 3 of the rocks actually came out of that tank over there, and I got some more and just sort of jammed it into the spaces that I could. I've got quite a bit of swim room at the top for them. They're loving the caves down the bottom and just being able to find their way in. I did put that pipe back in there, which you might sort of no, maybe not, can't really see in there. I've got some room around the bottom for them to rip around and do all the stuff they like to do on the sand. From this angle, you can see I've got the air coming out of the center of that stump at the moment. Not sure if I'll keep it there, but for now it's pretty good. The fish seem pretty happy, don't they? I actually decided to do it whilst they were in the tank rather than stress them out by moving them, so I think that worked out pretty well. I can't see any that I've injured or killed, which is fantastic. Sponge filter back in a similar spot over here, and I've just got that camouflage by the valve, and I just bunched it all together, the stuff that was in there. Everything else from this side, you will see the pipe potentially from this side, or if I've done a good job, you might not. Oh, there's just a little bit of the orange at the top there in that left hand top corner, but same thing with the all of the Vallicinarian stuff in here, and I've got quite a bit of water flow going. You can see probably better from this side how I've jammed the Java fern in, and I just squished this one in between the rock and the timber as well. These guys are hungry, which is a great sign. So I will take some more footage of that in the morning. Over here has cleaned up well until I fed the tanks just a minute ago, and you'll get an idea of how many cories I've got in here, how many stir-bys. I really don't know how many. They're kind of, try to move around this sink here, but yeah, there's ton of cories, ton of guppies, and I'm really pleased that they're doing so well. Over here, these guys, I'm hopefully going to be able to catch them on film. There we go, they're out. Look, so they seem pretty happy as well, which is just brilliant. I think they're going to love the extra room, and it's probably, you know, at least twice the size, if not more, of their old home. And there's some more sort of bunched up down over there, and I'm sort of expecting them potentially to spawn in here as well, given how different it is for them. So everything else, these guys of course fine, everything's doing great in here. So really I'm done for tonight now. What time is it? Okay, so it's yeah, getting pretty late. So what I'm going to do is probably just shut the room up now, and I'll give you a look at this stuff in the morning. How long did it take? Well, the good news is it did only take one beer, so that's me done for tonight, and I will check with you guys again in the morning and just show you how this tank cleans up overnight. Okay, so what do you think of that video? It was a long one, I know, and if you stuck around this long, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. I don't think the fish have suffered at all as far as the move. In fact, they look pretty comfortable in there at the moment, and I'm really happy with the way the scape turned out. It's actually one of my favorites, and I really think it's set up for them to breed. If you liked, these longer videos, please let me know in the comments. Tell me what you thought about the birds, more birds, less birds. I didn't get to the aviary this week. I apologize for that. It's been a mammoth week just getting stuff done, and the editing for this video so far has been a nightmare. So hopefully it turns out all right. I got the new cameras, obviously. Hopefully they sound okay with the new microphones that I've got, and the two different ones I think should give me some extra shots. And I'm working on getting a GoPro so I can do some underwater shots for that as well. So if you enjoyed the video, please, you help me out a huge amount if you would like, subscribe, and comment. So the YouTube algorithm doesn't like me, that's obvious, but that's okay. I'm glad that you guys do. So that would really help me out. It would just help me keep this channel going. I'm doing my best to make half decent content for you guys, and I really, really appreciate your support. So thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you next week, or whenever I get around to the next video. So thank you very much. Bye for now. Talked about that as well. Got some stuff on the birds, but so close. Actually, I won't bother doing too much on that with the glare, because I know you've most likely seen it before. Actually, fuck it, I will. Because I would do. Appreciate it. I don't think the tank getting stuff done, and the editing for this video so far has been a nightmare, to say at least. And I'm working on getting GoPro. If you come on, comment the YouTube algorithm. The YouTube algorithm. YouTube. This is bullshit. Come on. So I'm doing my best to